Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. In this series we're checking in on how some of the older MMOs that we all played and loved when we were younger are doing, with today the 22-year-old granddad of social MMOs, Habbo Hotel. Habbo Hotel is a social world building MMO where players can create their own rooms to showcase their styles or to play minigames, and of course to socialize. So much socializing. If you're the type of person that loves to hear gossip, just go to one of the community rooms and you'll surely find someone spilling the beans on their most intimate secrets. There also are game rooms that can be anything from mazes that you have to complete to this one where I had to protect the farm from some bugs. And I do have to say, last time I played Habbo Hotel was when everyone was trading their chairs and rocks for tables and whatnot. And these items look pretty amazing compared to what I had 2 decades ago. And finally, there also are roleplay rooms where players can get jobs, and then I put jobs in quotation marks. Those generally involve role-playing jobs, like here I am to role-playing to join the military. Perhaps they will pay my college. Habbo also fulfills the millennial fantasy of owning your own place, even if it's just a room in a hotel. Unlike in the past, where you started out with basically nothing, in the current day Habbo, you get a fully decked out room, complete with furniture that you cannot trade, but at least you're free to remodel the room as you see fit. So amazing, by the way, they still have that hand inventory, that's so nostalgic. I just spent 20 minutes remodeling the whole thing, just to realize I basically rebuilt the room from the ground up and only moved a few things around. Getting more furniture is what drives Habbo Hotel players to keep playing, besides the socializing of course. Furniture can be gained from events, traded with other hotel guests, or bought with paid currency. There's also another currency, which are those purple ducky coins. Those can be obtained from achievements, which you'll get from, for example, visiting other rooms or playing games. This game surely has a ton of furniture now, and I love how timeless it all still looks. And there is someone in my room floating in that black void. Get out of there, dude, this is my room, what the heck. So, how is the community doing? How many people are actually still playing this game? Well, unlike most other 22-year-old games, the publisher of Habbo Hotel confirmed that there are still over 800,000 players logging in every month. There were rooms with people chatting and role-playing even on a Monday afternoon when I was checking out this game, and I'm pretty sure the lockdown in the past 2 years actually helped boost this game's popularity because it, it promotes socializing and we couldn't really go out that much for the last 2 years. The game is also still receiving plenty of updates with changes and of course a ton of new furniture being added. But what I found even more interesting and what triggered me to create this video today is the future of Habbo Hotel. Habbo was one of the first games to dive into the MMO space as a social sandbox game, and it still has an active community, which I find surprising because social games have mostly been replaced by social media by now. So I think Habbo will also have to constantly evolve to be something more than just a place to chat in order to survive. And the people behind Habbo seem to have a similar mindset and are working on a few new projects. One is Project Unity and one is the new Habbo metaverse complete with NFTs. So diving into that first, a few months ago Habbo started selling some of their avatars, profiles and even furniture as NFTs. This stands for non-fungible token. NFTs are basically pieces of art, and the artwork includes some rights which will be sold as an NFT. These are non-fungible, which more or less means that it's unique and it cannot be replaced by something else because it's only one of a kind. Nothing is stopping you from right-clicking and saving those bad boys, but only the person that owns the NFT has the original. It's like you can buy a copy of the Mona Lisa, but you can't own the original Mona Lisa. And actually Habbo found quite some success with selling those avatars. They have about 4.5k owners. If I understand this correctly, the trade value of all these avatars together is 7k Ethereum, which is worth about 18 million euros or $20 million in the current market. So I'm sure the people of Habbo figured there is money to be made here, and thus they recently introduced Habbo Hotel X. Habbo Hotel X is based on Habbo Hotel, but instead players will be able to use their avatars that they bought as NFTs, they will have access to more furniture, and most importantly the game will be based on a play to earn model, meaning that players can earn special currencies that can be used to purchase, for example, more Habbo avatars as NFTs or furniture, or they can even sell that currency on trade markets for actual money. It's similar in concept to Facebook's metaverse, but instead it's the Habboverse. Even players, their rooms will be NFTs, which means that they hold a real life value as well, if I understood this all correctly, which is bound by the value of the token that Habbo plans to use. So for example, you can buy a new room for 3 Habbo tokens, and Habbo tokens can be traded on actual markets for real money. The new Habbo Hotel will be free to play, but owners of those NFT avatars that I mentioned earlier will get special benefits. For example, winning minigames will reward special NFTs in the form of furniture or avatar clothing, or those tokens that can be traded for Habbo stuff or even sold for real money. But I wouldn't quit your job just yet. Usually you don't earn that much from those play to play-to-earn games that you can actually sustain yourself. But if you're enjoying yourself and you're earning a little bit of money on the side, that actually does sound like a good deal. I personally think this development in gaming is pretty interesting, and I can't really help but wonder if we will see other games shift to a similar play-to-earn version of their own game as well. I play plenty of MMOs, and I wouldn't mind being able to sell some of my items and gears for tokens that actually have some real-life value, because in most MMOs, trading items for real-life money is a bannable offense, so creating something like what Habbo is doing could not only benefit the players, but also the publisher and developer as well, as they can take a cut of every item that's sold. Or if you, for example, quit an MMO, you can legitimately sell off all your stuff and recoup some of your investment by making money with the items that you sold. So that's a pretty interesting concept idea, at least I think, for Habbo Hotel X, but let me know what you think in the comments. Habbo Hotel also has another big project in the works called Project Unity. Habbo Hotel was running into some trouble after Flash got shut down like last year. The game got ported to Air to prevent the game from shutting down, but there's also some work being done to get the game fully working on Unity. However, this project seemed to be quite a big challenge, and the first release early last year was so buggy that the Air client was released while the developers are still working on adding more functionality and bug fixes, so the Unity client still remains to be fully released. But surprisingly, after all those years, Habbo is still going pretty strong. It ain't no Roblox, but it is at least trying to remain relevant by aiming at NFTs and play-to-earn models, and of course by updating their game to Unity, and the future will tell us if they will succeed or not. Did you or do you play Habbo Hotel yourself, and if so, what do you think about their plans for the future? Let me know in the comments. And as always, many thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian, Hanoy, Ryalias, Terry Kim, Vareese, Mora, Wiley, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, Saffronyx, Anwar NHI, Ziggydeer, Flidiot, Knifesu, Chen125, Cloudfix, Gusus Rodriguez, Froggy, Vira, Trevor, Michael Machaka, Ratius, Justin Vale, Silvio Nato, Stevie Zhang, Afterlord_MS, ceemak, Striker Elk, Taiwan Pan, Victor Sundstrom, Radicals the Alien, Ricer RU, Gummy Bullet, Lovebird, Sir Tito655, Mathias Simonsson, Mr. Anarch, Galando Belavia, my name is Coppersan and I'm super cute XOXO, PC Game Life, Dante Victory, Stanislaus Xumo Vegas, level 243 Paladin Reboot, The Passenger, Martin Panzik, I'm Disappointed, Lucky Beats, Gabriel Eck, Pedro Benedetti, Kandra Crystallis, and Ace the Light. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe and happy gaming!
One, two.